Where there's a will to participate in public service, citizens must be given a way to do it. So when AmeriCorps was created, and my husband said it was one of his favorite accomplishments, we waited to see how it would fare. Now, all these years later, the bipartisan support is deep and wide. And so many people know that we have to move on to the next level. That is why I'm proud to join under Senator Ted Kennedy's leadership, a group who will be pushing a new piece of bipartisan legislation called the Serve America Act. That act, introduced today by Senators Kennedy, Orrin Hatch, Barack Obama, John McCain, Thad Cochran, Chris Dodd, and myself, demonstrates we know a good thing when we see it. And we're ready to put our political capital to work in taking service to the next stage. The Serve America Act will dramatically increase the number of Americans who give a year of service from 75,000 to 250,000. And what we have done is to create 4 different corps to make sure that we answer some of the most difficult challenges confronting us. There will be an education corps to tackle the need for more mentors and leaders in schools to work with our students, to try to stem the dropout crisis, to lift the sights and hopes of this generation of young people. There will be a poverty corps that will tackle the intractable, un-American problem of continuing poverty in our country, bringing people maybe a little outside their comfort zone to work with those who are ready, willing, and able to help themselves, but do not have the organizational support or resources to do so. There will be a health corps, and I know that Dr. Oz has spoken about some of what he thinks should be done in a health corps. And I'm excited by this because I remain as committed as ever to providing quality, affordable health care for every single American. But until we get there, let's make sure we have a health corps of Americans helping Americans to stay and become healthy. And there will be an energy corps, a clean energy service corps that I advocated for strongly to be in the legislation, to create new service opportunities in clean energy, to help us fight global warming and increase our energy independence and introduce young people to the potential of careers in the green jobs that we will need to create in the years ahead. This bill is about our future, the kind of future we want to make for ourselves and our country. You know, there's a lot of talk about change, and boy, do we need it. But change will come whether we want it or not. The issue is, will it be the right kind of change? Will it be the change that we are yearning for? And service is a key to creating that kind of change. Change in individuals' lives, in families' fortunes, in a small business's prospects, in a neighborhood's environment, and indeed in a state and our country. So I applaud all of you who are working on the commitments that are emerging from Service Nation, because that will also be an important part of the public-private partnership that we need to create together to make service a reality in the lives of all of our people. I also am working hard on a proposal that I have put forth in the Senate along with Senator Arlen Specter to create a U.S. Public Service Academy. The idea dreamed up by Chris Myers-Ash and Sean Raymond, who I think are here today. and believe deeply in engaging the next generation in public service. This idea is really an effort to promote an ethic of service, backed up by training and education. We've seen so many failures of our public service, from Hurricane Katrina to problems in our own communities. And we need more young people to consider public service as a career. Unfortunately, because of the rising cost of college, many students who want to serve find it impossible to afford to do so. When you graduate with at least the average $20,000 in student loans, and I know many who have $50,000, $100,000, $200,000 from undergraduate and graduate work, it's difficult to think about serving. And therefore, people do what they must and often try to fit in service in their off hours as they make a living and pay back those loans. The Public Service Academy is modeled on our military academies to provide a 4-year federally subsidized education to more than 5,000 students a year in exchange for a 5-year commitment to public service. And I need your help to advocate for Public Service Academy. It's especially pressing because if you look at the workforce in the federal government, we will see a great tide of retirements in the next decade. The people who do the work, everything from keeping nuclear reactors safe to taking care of our national parks. If we do not have a new generation, not only interested in